It's just myself and my wife, so I do all the day-to-day running of the company, the buying, the selling, the invoicing, the deliveries, etc. Kirsty is more on the data analytics side, the marketing side. It is definitely fine wine, so it's really 20 to 30 pounds a bottle and up, I would say. And then, with Burgundy, there is no upper limit, really, it seems, these days. Really, our focus is on private customers. I'll say probably 75% of our business is private customers, mostly in the UK, but then some in Singapore, the States, Japan, Europe, etc., where they'll allow us to ship. And then 25% is other wine merchants all over the world, really. Again, in a sort of similar geographical breakdown, but probably a good 65% of our customers, both trade and private, are UK based. We've exceeded our target for the first year by about 50%, which was somewhat surprising, but we're extremely pleased. I think really I looked at all the figures last night before coming to do this, and I was sort of, wow, okay, I can't actually believe we've done that in a year. But it's hard work. There's a lot of paperwork behind everything, and that doesn't show any signs of going away anytime soon, and it'll probably get greater. So there are definitely challenges ahead, but we're really excited, and I think the thing that makes us pleased is it's all our money. So there's no external debt, there's no bank financing. We're entirely self-financed, and it's what we earn is ours. The wine industry is not the most modern, as I'm sure you know, and it's the opportunity. But starting up, the opportunity was to kind of get rid of a lot of the errors, the mistakes, the bad habits that many older companies have, but just because they've been trading for a long time and they've gone from paper to spreadsheets to some kind of system, and so there was the opportunity to go, right, how can I make sure that everything I'm doing is as up to date as possible, and I'm using technology as much as possible to help me. The logical solution was, for instance, for SKUs, for coding all our products, was to use the Elwyn coding system, which is built into the hub, which takes away huge amounts of work from me, because I don't have to sit there and create product codes endlessly every day, which probably would be 20 or 30 a day. Thing bar the accounting, really. So we do. So it's the buying, the selling, the invoicing, the deliveries to customers. That's all run from the hub, as well as all their sort of customer data in terms of what they bought, and then it's sort of the basic levels of reporting: who's bought this in the past, etc., etc. What do I have outstanding for this customer? And then anything accounting work goes through zero. So actual payments, sending out statements, keeping the books, etc., which the hub integrates with seamlessly. I wanted to have a full e-commerce website. That's something that, bizarrely, still to this day, some of the biggest merchants don't have a full. There's merchants who are 20 times my size who still don't have a proper functioning e-commerce website, and it says, "Oh, call us," or whatever. And people want to be able to go, "Oh, that's the wine. I want to buy it. I want to put my card details in, and I want to secure the stock." As they place an order on the hub, the very final step on the internet site, the very final step is it checks with the hub to make sure the wine is still available, and then if it is, it pulls the trigger, and all the order information, the customer's details, etc., 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 is all put straight through into the hub. Really, my main focus for starting up was how much money can I put in, because the more money I put in, the more stock I can buy, and how can I manage my costs for startup, which can balloon out of all proportion if you're not careful. And the two things that really could have ballooned my costs were the back end software system, which I used the hub, which was it's a reasonable price, and then the website and the ability to buy a website that is directly integrated into the hub, and all I have to do is put a skin on it to make it look how I want, dramatically reduce my costs. First of all, I would say that you are going to have presumably an existing client base, that you will have an enormous amount of goodwill from that client base, but only for a very limited amount of time. And it's not that they'll hate you afterwards, it's just that after a while you'll become just another wine business to them. But people will try and help you to start, and take that help. You don't know everything about everything. So, if they want to introduce you to their friends, if they want to place orders with you to get you started, if they want to give you wine to sell, take all the help you can get to start with. If people know stuff that you don't know, just take it all and go, yeah, brilliant, because it won't last forever. And then once it's gone, you're just another wine merchant trading away. So people want to help. So yeah, you use the help. And the other thing is, use the phone. So many people don't pick up the phone anymore. They want emails, and it's like, when people don't answer the email, they're like, well, why is that? Why have I not done the deal? Pick up the phone. NetSuite was bought by Oracle for, I think, $9 billion, and you need to pay for that somehow, and how they pay for it is massively increasing the price. And it wasn't commercially viable for a one-man band or two-people band. I would have ended up spending, I think, over £100,000. But once I include the licenses, the advanced website stuff, and then I was aware of the hub. I had quite a lot of looks at the hub, and then after I left, I came and had a chat with you, and the opportunity to use something that was already designed specifically for the fine wine industry, and then have a website that I could do. So, well, it's a complete no-brainer, really. So that was my market research, and that's why I went with the hub. It was a very sensible platform to use, I think. I manage my positions on LiveX through the hub, so I don't put positions on LiveX and then manage them manually. I input my positions on LiveX by going to the hub, going to the relevant product, and making the offer through the hub. That then appears in the marketplace in LiveX, and the advantage of doing it that way is, if I sell it offline or on the phone or through the website, it will automatically update LiveX. If I sell it on LiveX, it will automatically update in the hub, create the sales order, and invoice the wine, and so on and so forth. So there's no risk of double selling, which is so important. That's because the two massive mistakes you can make on LiveX, and we've all done it, are double selling and buying when you mean to sell and selling when you mean to buy. And we've all clicked the wrong box, and you do it, and it goes through, and it literally 5 seconds later you go, oh my God, I've just burned £1,000. There we go. Thanks very much. So that's really was the primary reason why I wanted to use that integration. And that's really a large part of what appealed about the hub to me was that integration with LiveX. There's then the opportunity to take offers from LiveX and bring them into the hub. So I can then offer stock, which I can do in a very large way or a very tightly focused way. So if I'm going to do an offer on Piedmont 2016, for example, I can pull in what's available on LiveX with a number of criteria. It must be 12% below the LiveX market price, etc., etc., etc. And then I can push that through to the website. And then that will all be, that will have tasting notes and so on and so forth. And I can send an offer to my clients and say, here we are, this is what I can offer. And then when they go onto the website and buy it, the hub will do all the background stuff. So it will buy the wine from LiveX, put it into the hub, do the sales order, the invoice, etc., etc. So my workload is dramatically reduced. The most important thing for me is to have this position, and any physical stock that I have that's SRB compliant goes on the exchange, and it's it's a great driver because it works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I have orders on, you know, Saturdays, Sundays, 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's not uncommon to wake up and go, oh, well, there we go, that's a good start to the day, because I've done deals on LiveX overnight, or conversely, somebody's hit my bid and I've got stock to sell, which is great. So yeah, I think LiveX is probably my third or fourth biggest client at the moment, and the automation definitely is the cause of is the reason for that. If I had to run the position manually, it would take a huge proportion of my day, because you then have to, every time you sell something, you have to go and then update the exchange, and that's where errors creep in, and that's where you get the double selling and the buying when you mean to sell, and etc. So yeah, it just removes a whole layer of risk from my business.